The police in Trelawney have issued charges on the sister and nieces of Tamara Geddes, who was viciously taken out in a house invasion in Trelawney. Hi again and welcome. This is Links of Below 7 TV. Let's talk. And we're about to divulge the details of this story. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for the program. It's Links of Below 7 TV. Let's talk. Can't even trust your neighbor. Many of you might know that song, or many of you can relate to this story I'm about to share with you, because it seems like you can't even trust your neighbor, but you can't even trust your family members right now, based on the revelation that came out of this story. I had spoken about this story in June, and now we have some new details to bring to you after the police have made a breakthrough in this case, which puzzles many over there in Trelawney. And what the police have uncovered will leave you shocked, as it's believed that the sister and the nieces of Miss Tamara Geddes orchestrated the whole entire plot to take her out. They were in the house at the time the incident took place, and they said that they did not saw anything, they did not heard anything, and the police have proven them wrong. So we're about to divulge the latest details right now that we have on this story. What you're about to find out will leave you shocked. This is Links of Below 7 TV. Let's talk. And we're going to divulge the details of that right now on the program. We ask you, please remember as well to like, share, subscribe to the channel so you're notified whenever we post new videos. Let's go over to that story right now. So, three relatives of the 36-year-old Tamara Geddes, who was shot in a home invasion last month in Trelawney, have been implicated in her murder. Charged with murder and conspiracy to commit murder are 39-year-old Nadine Geddes, who is the sister of the deceased, and her daughter's 21-year-old Shanice Roddock, and also another teenage daughter who the police cannot name at this time based on the fact that she's a minor. This information was related as it relates to an ongoing investigation that was taking place in Trelawney by that police team over there. So the police said they were charged after an intensive investigation led to their arrest on Tuesday of this week. All three are scheduled to appear in the Trelawney Parish Court on Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020. Two other persons implicated in the taking out of Tamara Geddes were arrested in Westmoreland yesterday, the police have also added. Tamara Geddes was shot by a lone gunman that entered her home in the Reserve District on Friday, June 19. In the meantime, the police have commended the investigation team in Trelawney for what they said was a speedy breakthrough in the murder of Geddes, including the arrest of 5 individuals so far. So when we look on what transpired here in Trelawney, it just goes to show you how family can be evil, they can be so devious, and they can be so cruel to you. Because this situation, I don't know what these sisters and nieces had, but it seemed like they had some issues, because I'm told that they had a long-standing dispute, and the only way in which that one of the sister believed that they could have settled this was to hire a hitman in order to take out the other sister. And the police did not buy their story based on the fact they were in the house when the incident occurred, and they said that they did not heard anything based on the fact that multiple shots were fired in the house, and they turned a blind eye to it. Now the police have stated that the sister was the one that confessed to the whole entire situation and said that she was the one that contracted the alleged shooter in the case. Now when we look at situations such as these, and we look on the criminal activities that is going on around us, females have a lot to play, and females have a lot of role to play in this. And if the police were not thorough in their investigation, this would have slid under the carpet. But through the massive investigation that was undertaken by the Trelawney police, they were able to ascertain that the information provided by the family, it was not credible, and they tried to push them beyond that breaking point, which they were able to achieve the truth from them. And this was what led to the revelation that came out of Trelawney, that this was actually a hit and not a home invasion that went wrong. So they orchestrated it in such a way that it's supposed to look like a robbery, in the fact that the individual that went to took out this female, he took away her two cell phone and also cash amounting to $16,000. It's also said that he tried to sexually assault the female, which she refused, and this was what got him enraged. And this was when he decided to fire several shots, hitting the female multiple times, and then fled the scene. What I find strange about the situation was that there were not any forced entry to the house as well. The police were not able to uncover where this individual gained entry to the house, because this female was on the upper floor of this two-story building, I'm told, and somehow the shooter was able to gain access to her bedroom at that point in time. And this incident happened very early. It was just after 8 on the fateful night, and the families were downstairs and she was upstairs. So how could this individual would have gotten a chance to slit through those cubits and corners and go up the stairs and find where she was, as if he had some form of information on the exact room or exact location where she was at the time? And the police was just not buying the story, and they tried their very best to see how well they can push the family members. And now the sister has broken her silence, and she was able to make the damning revelation of what really transpired. And now a number of other individuals have been arrested as it relates to what happened to Tamara Duncan. Tamara Duncan was just such a loving and caring individual, I'm told, and she's actually the former classmate as well of track star Usain Bolt, I'm told. So it's a sad situation coming outside of Trelawney, and one in which that people, you really need to be mindful about your family, your friends, because if family can do this to you, if family can hire a hitman just to take you out, can you imagine what a friend will do to you, or someone that you have a conflict with that is not family? It's a sad situation, and this sister is very evil and devious, and I hope that the full extent of the law is bestowed upon her, because I don't know what you and this sister could have had that you believe that the only way in which to settle this was to take her out, right? And you did it in such a way that it was so orchestrated and planned and well thought out to make it look like a robbery that went sour. But the police were thorough, and the police did not buy the story. And I personally, I did not buy the story when I just read about it in June. I was stating that no, someone must know something. Some family member must aware of what really took place on this night. And behold and beyond, the police have uncovered what really transpired on this night. I'm telling you, you just have to be cognizant of the fact of what is going on around you, and you have to be careful, especially when certain things are going on for you and families are aware of it. They will try to dampen your spirit or try to bring you down in every single way that they can. And this female, she had a young daughter, and you know that this individual had her daughter. The daughter is just young, wanted her out of this world, and you orchestrated a plan to eradicate her in such a vicious and cruel manner. And it's just because of the handiwork of the police and their thorough investigation that this individual was caught, or these individuals, I should say, were caught, because it's more than one of them that the police have implicated just so far in this cruel and vicious killing of this female. Wow, such a sad situation. And the way in which they orchestrated the plan and the hit, it was like a home invasion went wrong. But it just goes to show you that in life anything is possible, and You can't even trust your neighbor. That's what a song would said. And no, it seems like you can't even trust your own family based on certain situation that we see happening. And this is not the first time that a situation such as this has happened, especially in that era of Trelawney. I can recall another situation that happened some years ago, I believe was back in 2017. There was another situation such as this that happened over there. But as it stands, the police have carried out the investigation and they have made their arrest, and these individuals will be charged for the crime that they have committed. This is where I'm going to leave this one for now. This has been Links of Love 7 TV. Let's talk, and I'm out for this one. Please remember, like the video, share the video, drop us a comment down below the video, and stay tuned for more to come. I'm out for now. Have a blessed and productive day.